Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be my first story time video, and it's going to be about when I found my neighbor drunk and passed out. So it all started probably about a year ago. I was going to go work out here at my apartment. There's a gym, so I was going to go work out, but I needed to walk my dog first. And so the way my apartment is set up, there's like the woods here, and then there's the building, and then the walkway is in the middle. So we're kind of at the back. So I'm walking my dog to like the designated potty restroom spot for the animals, and I walk past my neighbor's apartment, and I see her on the ground, and I was looking like, there's a person on the ground. Maybe she has a headache or something. I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm gonna mind my own business. So I let my dog use the restroom, and when I was walking back, she was still on the ground. And I'm looking like, let me say something. So I walk up to her. I'm like, ma'am, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. But she's slurring. So I'm like, she's drunk. Let me go put my dog up. When I walk back down this way to go work out, if she's still on the ground, I'm gonna ask her if she needs any help. So I go put my dog in my apartment. I'm walking back. She's still on the ground. And so then I ask her, like, ma'am, you're not okay. Let me call someone for you. She's like, no, I'm fine. And so she kind of like looks at me, and there's this big like golf ball size knot, and it's bleeding, and it's on her forehead. I'm like, okay, you are not okay. Let me call somebody. She insists that I don't call anybody. So I'm like, okay, let's get you into your apartment, which I hope this is your apartment because you are right in front of it. And I know that she lives here because I've seen her before, but I've just never seen her drunk. And certainly never seen her passed out. But I know she lives here. So she gets up, she's like dropping everything. I'm like, oh God, picking up her stuff and putting it back in her purse. So she hands me her keys, and I know that she's probably in like in a one bedroom apartment and in the same style as mine. So I know the layout of her apartment because I'm in the same one. So I open her door, she goes in, I go in, and the reason why I didn't like leave her and just like open the door like, here you go, is because she was drunk, and I don't know, I just didn't feel right about leaving her. So we go inside her apartment, and I look down at her, and she's wet. She had urinated on herself while she was passed out, and I guess that's the thing that happens when you're drunk. I don't know. I've never been drunk, never dealt with drunk people before. I know different people do different things when they're drunk. She just happened to have used the bathroom. So she notices that she has peed on herself too. And so she takes off her pants and also her underwear. So I see everything down there. And I'm like, does she not know that she just did that she has nothing? I know she feels her air down there because she was bald down there. So I'm like, well, good thing I'm not a man because I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to make it seem like all men are rapists or something like that, but she was drunk and I just happened to have found her. Anyways, so then she starts having this conversation, and the whole time she's talking to me, I'm just thinking, I just really want to get out of here. Like, let me think of a way to get out of here. but I don't want to leave her because while she's talking to me, she's really wanting to go out and drink some more. She keeps bringing that up. And I'm like, no, I don't drink anyway, so you're just going to stay here. So she starts talking about like her chihuahuas, they had died, and she was talking about that and her boyfriend. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, you have a boyfriend? Okay, well, what's his name? Pull him up on your phone. Matter of fact, call him. Call him right now. And she's like, no, no, I don't want to call him. She's like pleading that I don't call her boyfriend. And I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I shouldn't call him because the way she is acting, he might be abusive, and I don't need him busting up in here and start smacking up on her, and I just be in the corner crying and balled up and all that. I probably shouldn't call him. So I left that alone. So then she's still talking about all these different things, and she's talking about her dogs. And so I finally say something about my dog because I have a Pomeranian. And so I told her, I have a Pomeranian too, just trying to engage in some conversation with her. And so she gets very excited about that and is wanting me to bring my dog over. And she's like, oh, I'll babysit anytime. And I'm like, no, there is no way I'm letting you babysit my dog, but I will let you see him. I told her that I would bring my dog over just to get out of her apartment. And so then I'm like, okay, I'll go get my dog, but you have to stay here. And so she's like, okay, I'll just go get in the bed or something. I'm like, well, maybe I mentioned she needs to get in the bed or something. I think I mentioned it. She agreed. So then we go to her bedroom. She climbs in the bed. She's still talking. And then she tried to kiss me. And I was like, oh, no, no, this is my cue to leave. So then I leave. And at that time, like, if she walks out, I'll see her. I just want to get out of her apartment and call the police. I wasn't going to get my dog, but I just wanted to get out of the apartment and call the paramedics. And so I actually called my dad at first because I was like, well, she didn't want the paramedics. And I don't know. Like I said, I've never dealt with a drunk person before. I never been drunk. I never went to parties like that in college. So I don't know how this looks or what I'm supposed to do. Like, the hangover did nothing for me. But I called my dad. He told me, not to leave her because if she vomits, she could choke, and it's best that I call the paramedics. So that's what I did. I didn't care at the time. I just wanted to leave. So I called the paramedics, and then after that, I called my boyfriend, and he's just telling me, the same thing, just to stay with her, make sure she doesn't leave, and all that. So he's on his way there, my boyfriend. And when he gets there, he's like, well, where is she? And I'm like, I'm assuming she's still in her apartment. She hasn't left. I've been standing here. So we go inside, and he's still looking for her. And I'm like, why are you looking for her? I already told you over the phone she don't have any pants on. So I'm like, she's probably still in her room. You stay in here in the living room. Let me go check on her, because if she wakes up and sees a black man in her room, she's probably gonna ignore me and freak out because she sees you. So I go in there and she's asleep. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you, Lord. This lady passed out. I hope she's passed out. Let me lean over and see if she's breathing. Make sure she didn't throw up. And she didn't. She was still breathing. She was asleep. So, so then I tell my boyfriend she's fine. She's asleep. I'm just gonna stay in here, and you can go and try to get the paramedics when they come. And so the paramedics finally come in. They go into her room. They wake her up, and she rolls over, and I hear them say, whoa, because they see the knot on her head. And I can kind of like see what's going on, like peeking around, but then I don't want her to see me, so I'm trying to like stay back. And so um, she tries to get out of bed, and I'm thinking myself, don't get out of the bed, you do not have fans on. And she like pulls the covers back and tries to get out of bed, like, no, 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 just stay in the bed, just stay in the bed. I'm like, oh, get out of bed. What is going on? Oh. So then I asked, I think it was 3 paramedics. 2 of them stayed in the room with her. One of them kind of came out, and I was just like, is it okay for me to go? Because I'm over this day. And so they were just like, yeah, you can go. There's nothing else for you to do here. I'm like, cool. So me and my boyfriend leave. I never did go work out like I wanted to. But ironically, we went to Dave and Buster's. Not Dave and Buster's. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings and had a drink, which I thought was funny. But it was so stressful because I've never dealt with a drunk person. I didn't know what to do. Mind you, I'm just like a year ago. I'm 29, so I was 28 at the time. And you would think, girl, you should know. But no, I don't, because I don't drink and I don't have drunk friends. And I don't really research what to do when it comes to drunk people, especially if they want the police called. I don't know. So, yeah, we go, we have a drink. Sorry, my dog. He sees a dog. Um, we get drinks and we leave. And that was the end of that. I will say though, after that happened, I did see her a couple of times and she did not remember me at all. And I was so glad that she didn't remember me. And I played dumb. I played like I didn't know her like that either. And yeah, in the back of my mind, I just was be thinking, lady, if you only knew what I knew. But yeah, that was the end of that. I think she doesn't live here anymore. She probably moved. But yeah, that was just a okay story time, I guess. Like I said, I don't know how many more I will have. I just thought it was an interesting one. But yeah, I will see you guys later. That is it for this video. Bye.